friends, welcome to the Point Noted podcast of Machine Maker. Today, our guest, P. Muthusekkar, is not a man who need an introduction in the Indian manufacturing sector. He is having wide range of experience. He is having vast experience in the industry. He worked with a lot of European companies, say, be it French, be it Italian, be it German company. He led those companies and established and grown those businesses in India. Today, he is heading a couple of Indian companies. With all the experiences he was able to amaze in his career, he is using to support Make in India. He is leading a couple of Indian companies in top management. Come, let's talk to him and understand why this transformation. So, we always see from the IITs or IIMs, the best talents of India goes outside. That we have seen over year and year. But I think now there is a difference is there. People are believing and trusting in India. You as a seasoned industry expert, working with European companies, now you decided to be part of the growth of the Indian companies. Why this transformation?
You said about working abroad. I also got plenty of opportunities during my career. But I personally believe that what you cannot do it in India, that doesn't mean that you can do it outside. In fact, you can live like a king. You can live like whatever freedom, whatever, we talk of quality of life. Why people go outside? They talk of quality of life. They talk of perks. They talk of salaries. They talk of designation. They talk of transparency. They talk of leadership, succession plans or chances for them to grow. I have grown in my career in India, all through in India, with the foreign companies. So that doesn't mean that, we don't have it in India. I always say that running a company in India is more difficult than running a company outside India because of the tax complexities what we had in the past and the working culture. We always talk of a German working culture. We talk of a Japanese working culture. I ask the question, is there an Indian working culture? There is no Indian working culture. So we have to create an Indian working culture. So that's where you have to pump in a lot of energy. You have to spend a lot of time. A cultural transformation. You have to change your team. Maybe you have an energy of 100x. Maybe that 100x has to get multiplied by your team. So you have to put a lot of efforts. But there is a lot of strength and willpower and manpower available in the country.
It's a very interesting topic you just touched upon.
Yeah.
That there is a German work culture, there is a Japanese work culture, there is not even, we never heard about an Indian work culture as
yes.
such.
Yeah.
But if you look at our tradition, if we look at the history, we had the Nalanda University
Yes.
in Bihar. So we all
even the kingdom of Rajaraja Cholan, or you take Chhatrapati Shivaji, the kind of leadership and the kind of qualities what they had, conquering the world.
It's management.
Yes,
Chanakya.
Yes.
So it is one of the best. Where we failed in this journey over all these years?
I think probably the educational system was not right. You need entrepreneurship. Even I tell my friends or my family friends whenever we talk, I said today the children have to be educated in terms of how to run a business, how to run a family, how to do economics, Okay, they may be masters in economics, but they don't know how to run a household. And a simple thing, a day starts with how you keep your bed when you get out of the bed. So the discipline, probably, the discipline, right, starts from you're getting up, waking up from your bed. From there, everything, goes through. And if you can do that well, you can do each and every steps of your day's activity properly. So I think the learning has been more on theoretical, more on, what is not being used for your growth point of view. I'm talking of, I'm not against of chemistry, physics, or, geography or history or those kind of subjects. But I'm saying that you need the leadership qualities, you need the entrepreneurship qualities, you need to know how to run the economy. Today, the most of the economists are out of India. Even if we have to run government or if we have to, run certain banks, we have to bring the best economists from outside. I'm talking of a few years ago, but the things are changing now.
I think today the discussion, whatever the one point which I also got very much interested right now is, can we create an Indian work culture?
Yes.
Can we create a complete process and system, a skeleton to it? Can we create a framework to it? Maybe association like CII, FICCI, those people who are in the larger scale can come, and I'm telling you, it's wonderful. And maybe the government also can think from the schooling level, we can create such
Yes.
kind of thing, which is a big need for India.
Yes. We have, such a large manpower, such a youth workforce we have. So when we have this, and we can conquer the world in terms of doing business.
You came from Pune to Palakkad. See, I am from Kerala, and I was telling him, I'm so happy coming to Palakkad today to a manufacturing facility in my home state. But I still miss these kind of insights, which I had the opportunity when he was there in Pune.
Yeah, we used to bump each other on a VDMA program or in an exhibition, or sometimes he used to come to my previous organization. We used to do that.
Yeah, so you were, as I told you, you worked almost all your careers with multinational companies, European companies. Now you work with Indian SMEs. Was this a very calculated move?
Yes, it's a calculated move. It's like giving back. Probably, more than 3 decades, I worked for two German companies, one French company, and one Italian company. So that covers almost my, entire span of my work time. So there, a lot of learnings have been there. Good, bad, ugly, everything will be there, part and parcel of the, your learning, your work time, everything. So when it comes to, you're close to your, I would not call retirement, because I don't like that word, retirement. Yeah, when at certain point of time, you have to give back to the society. You have to work for some Indian companies. You have to, make them. Today, I'm associated with 2 Indian companies. I can proudly say that, Hailstone being a 100% Indian company, 99% of the products purchased or, used is also India. So it's almost a 10% Indian products are being used. Ecosystem has been developed. Same is the case with another company whom, I am on board as a director, that is Revati Equipment Limited, who makes drilling rigs. So that's also an 100% Indian company. So I'm very proud that, yes, at some point of time, okay, maybe it's a late realization, but doesn't matter. But if you can, work with the young workforce, the average age of the Hailstone, I can very happily say, is about 30 years, 29.5 precisely. So such a talented young force. So if you can spend time with them, I also feel young. So that's the way it is.
See, in my childhood, all my constructions of my houses, one of the ingredient was the karingal, that is the granite, So a granite crushing company in Kerala, 356 or
360 employees.
360 employees, 300 plus crores of turnover.
Yeah, it's almost close to 1 crore per manpower.
And you are growing 50 to 60% per year. So what is this Hailstone Innovation all about?
See, Hailstone is basically saluting the stone. So that's the first and foremost. And stone is part and parcel of our business. And we make the complete machinery. We make the complete plant. Like, for example, if there is 1,000 mm or 1,200 mm, more than 1 meter stone is available. That stone has to be broken and it has to be made into, small aggregates. So, for example, 60 mm, then your 45 mm, your 20 mm, 10 mm, 12 mm, your 6 mm, and 5 mm below is called sand. You have M sand, you have P sand. P sand is the finest form below 2.5, 0.25 sizes. So that's where, when you have to make this, you need primary, secondary, tertiary stage, you need washing, you need screening. So we make a complete, entire solution. So if somebody comes and says that, I can invest and I have a quarry license, I have all the, government authority, because this runs with a lot of licenses and a lot of approvals from various organizations. It's from central, state, various organizations. So you need the approvals. So if somebody has an approval and then we are able to help them to set up a plant, we are able to give them a product which is of a high quality, in terms of shape, in terms of meeting the IS specifications standards. Today, you see all the new bridges or bullet train projects or airports or IT infrastructure or megacity, all this is coming up with a lot of infrastructure boom which is happening, and I see infrastructure is growing more than double. So looking at this, you need these machineries to produce and cater the market, and we also go globally. Also we export to global.
The crushing, the licensing, whatever you are talking about, the quarries. Sometimes it is not looked as an industry which is very glamorous, right? Sometimes we also hear that people are trying to take products out of the nature. So how do you see the growth of this, the importance of this industry?
Yeah, it's a very good question, Hari. In fact, I wanted to answer this, and I've addressed it in many of the forums. I have even said that we have to bring in regularizations. We have to bring in one kind of a quality. Some state has banned the river sand. Some state has not banned the river sand. When we talk of one country, one ration card or one election, so many things, we should have one quality, one nation, one quality. So that's which is first and foremost thing required. Second is, there may be some irregularities happening here and there. The irregularities are happening in many of the industries, many of the places. But that doesn't need that this industry or this product or this market should be looked into a different perspective or a different eye. Maybe the people are not knowing about this industry. How important is this industry? See, at the end of the day, without the stones, without the aggregate, without the sand, nothing can happen.
No beautiful building can be built.
No, not only the building, even what is the basic need of a person? Roti, kapda, makan. So, you need a makan, no? You need a house. Anybody needs a house. So how a house will be built without a stone? So I think the perspective has to change. And the people inside, when I joined this company and when I came into this industry, first and foremost is, the wherever opportunities, like this also opportunities, I'm trying to explain that, this is not an industry to be seen with different, if you put a yellow glass and see, everything will look yellow. So that's what you need to change, number one. Number two is, I have requested CII, I have requested FICCI or, ICMA kind of companies, even the media kind of, people whomever I am talking, I tell them that why don't we create some awards? Why don't we recognize good quarry?
Sustainability.
Yeah, sustainability. Good quarry companies. They make good infrastructure. They are following all the rules and regulations. They are self-sufficient in terms of energy point of view. They might have a windmill or they might have a solar energy plant. So they are not drawing power from the grid, or they are having a good ecosystem, they are having a good green plant. So I think we should promote this kind of, so slow, it's like there is a small line, you try to draw a big line, then this line disappears. That's what we have to do.
So you are telling the standardization,
yes,
and bringing more visibility for the best work done in this industry.
Exactly. We are talking of a work culture, then talk a good work culture also.
Yes,
in this industry also there are good work cultures. I have seen many plants, beautiful plants with surrounding greenery. They have solar, they have why it should not be brought into light? Why we talk only the negative?
And I think Hailstone, with all these innovations what you're bringing in, is helping the quarries or helping the stone crushing industry.
Absolutely.
To bring a process, a system which can be also accounted for.
Yes. When we talk to a customer, first we ask a question: what's the products he want to take out, and what's the stone characteristics? In case if he has a report, we take the report. Otherwise, we try to bring the stone and then we test it in our lab. So once we know the product categories, characteristics, and what market he is going to address, and which product has a demand, which product has more price. So accordingly, we tailor-made and suit them a plan, give them a solution. So this is one. When we are doing it, we also do a capex calculation, we also give a opex calculation, we give a return on investment. So this all helps them to, streamline, run the plant very efficiently, and what do you call, in terms of uh, good practices, and best maintenance, and then getting the best out of a product, the life of the product. So all that we try to help them out.
So you're telling that stone crushing is also all about engineering.
Yes.
It's not just taking a hammer and breaking it.
Yeah, you may take a hammer and you break a stone, but the kind of efforts what is required, number one, the kind of time it takes to break the stone. The third is whether the stone is broken into the shape what you want, the desired shape or desired size, and the wastage, the pilferage, that's much more. So if you look at that, the real engineering is to bring a proper shape and try to minimize the waste. In fact, even try to use the waste also. There is, I always say that there is nothing waste as long as you attach a value to it.
My last question in
Yeah.
this. You were working with an industrial equipment company. Today you are coming out with a complete an OEM. What is the difference about working with an equipment manufacturer now working with an OEM?
Biggest difference is your learning curve. You have to unlearn and you have to learn. And the learning is, I tell you, even today I am learning. It's maybe close to 3 years now. It's not easy to learn because this is a wide market. Our machines are supplied for all kind of metals, whether you talk of iron and steel, whether you talk coal, whether you talk stone, gold. Everywhere this, our equipments, our machines are sold. We can give solutions. So the learning is
Huge.
vast, huge. Number one. Number two is you have to cope up with the current, knowledge of the market and what's happening in the market. How the construction industry is growing. Construction industry is a completely different industry. What you rightly said is from an equipment industry. So you need to look at from that perspective. Of course, you are a spokesperson for the organization. So you go to various forums. So maybe you need to do a lot of homework. You need to do maybe getting up in the morning, early morning. You need to do more times so that you prepare yourself. This is one. But more than that, I am fascinated. In terms of having a good product. And Hailstone has one good policy, very simple policy, is use all branded products. We use all the branded products. You name motor, you name gearbox, even the bolt, what we use a branded product. So what happens is it gives a lot of value addition to my customer. So this kind of, when there is a fascinating product, when there is a good Indian company and a lot of young people around, and this industry really needs a kind of your time and your efforts, I think it's a right match, and we need to do it, and the journey continues.
I'm telling you, he spoke about a couple of words today. One was we need to create an Indian work culture. Yes, I think this can be just a talk, but a very, very long way to go. Secondly, he spoke about retiring, and he was also talking about giving back to the society. But I believe, sitting here talking to him, I believe his journey have just started.
Yes, that's the way it is.
And there is a huge
You rightly summed it up.
Yeah, you have a huge responsibility to actually train people like us who can also try to whatever unlearning what I do in this session, learning something more, and also spread that awareness among. My ultimate goal is to see our country growing in manufacturing.
True.
And I know that can only happen with people like Mr. Muthusekkar who can come out. And first of all, congratulations to you for your decision to come and work with the Indian companies. And I must tell you that if I take only Hailstone Innovations, you can just go and check the numbers, which is always available in papers outside. The growth of this company was almost around 200+%. And that's a teamwork. But still, I'm telling you, I'm very happy that you are part of that journey.
Hari, I just want to mention one thing. When CM taking a deputy chief minister position, I don't want to go more detail into it. We talk big, but a managing director or a higher position is ready to work in a different position and deliver. I think this also needs to be talked.
Yes. It's not easy.
not easy.
It's not easy, but it is also the need of the hour, right?
Yes, need of the hour.
Experience never comes with titles.
Yes.
Experience and wisdom comes with, and the mind of the people. Being an entrepreneur, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. One of the biggest challenge I have is I have high ego, because my belief is very strong, and because of that strong belief system, I became an entrepreneur, because I don't think twice before taking a step. But that itself should not become a barrier for me, to hurdle for me to grow further. I believe I also appreciate the managing director of Hailstone to bring this inclusivity, understand your experience, and bring those learnings also into this. I appreciate him also for taking that step.
Mr. Williams, a first-time entrepreneur, have made this company such a great company. So, long way to go.
Long way to go. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Hari and Machine Maker. Thank you.
We wish to hear from you more and more.
Happy to share.